Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I'm going to be doing a DIY that is super easy as usual. It is cheap, if not free if you already have one of the supplies, and it is eco-friendly. Now, why would you want to make leaf confetti? Well, confetti in general, conventional confettis from the store, is super polluting. It's not eco-friendly. They're made from either paper or plastic that do not biodegrade. So there's something to be mindful of. This is something that's just so simple to make yourself that there's no need for you to spend money and buy confetti. And confetti can be used for multiple things, and this is something that you can work towards now to build towards for birthdays, celebrations, surprises, weddings, or even throwing them in like cards that you're gonna send out to people for the holidays. Great idea. And this is, I feel like, the best solution for conventional confetti because, like I said, it's eco-friendly. So if you're interested, keep watching. So for this DIY, all you honestly really need, fresh leaves, and you're also gonna need a jar or container, and then you're gonna need a hole puncher. But by all means, you can definitely customize your confetti with different hole punchers that have different shapes, different sizes, like stars, hearts, rectangles instead of circles, and all that stuff. Just check your craft store if they have anything different, but I am using the one that I have in my home, which is just a singular circle shape. Basically what you're gonna do, this is kind of a given, which I'm sure you guys can put two and two together, is you take your leaf and you put your hole puncher in and you start punching holes, and that's pretty much it. That's the basic without any other tips I have. Start hole punching and collecting all the hole punches that you've made and setting them aside until you're fully done. Tip number one, fresh leaves. The reason why you want fresh leaves is that it's more sturdy. It's easier to just place your hole puncher in without having to deal with a dry leaf. The more dried out it is, the more likely the leaf will crack on you while you're trying to insert your hole puncher while you're taking it in and out to empty. Trust me, it's gonna be better for you to deal with fresh leaves. Tip number two that I have is when you are hole punching, hole punch working from the center outwards towards the edge. You don't want to start from the edge and work your way in. You can do that, but personally I feel like it is easier to start from the center and work your way out. Reason being, when you are pulling in and out your hole puncher to empty the compartment because it gets full, if you have a bunch of holes like this leaf for example and you're trying to go in, it gets caught on like the little lips of other holes. You're just gonna hate it and it's just not gonna be as efficient, and I'm all about efficiency. So trust me, work your way from the center and outwards. When you're working your way from the center out, you can see better what space you have left as well. Tip number three, I think I'm on number three, storage. So there's multiple ways to store your leaf confetti. This is my jar currently after me hole punching my own. You want your leaf confetti to be dry, especially if you're storing it for a long period of time. What I did is I put mine in a jar, and if you guys have these in your home, I collect them just in case of emergencies. Silica packs. You generally get these in certain packages sometimes, and I like to collect them in case of emergencies, as I said. Things like if you drop your phone in water. I've actually whipped these packets out for somebody before because I didn't have rice in the house, or you put these in with the rice and it will kind of help pull out the moisture of things. So I just put the leaf in a container, I put the gel packets in there and just kind of let it, I don't put a lid on it for the first few days to a week until it's dried out. And you'll know it's dried out because it will vary depending on how much leaves you have inside. So just make sure you're stirring it to make sure they're evenly being dried out every couple days, and you'll know when it's dry by hearing the sounds. And just some more ASMR, why not? As you can tell, it sounds like leaves in the fall that have fallen down to the ground, and you're outside walking through leaves and you hear them crunch underneath your boot. That's the sound that you want to hear, and that's when you know that the leaves have dried and you can put a lid on them and store them until whenever you need them. Another method that you can do if you don't have the silica packs is just putting them in a brown paper bag and just letting them sit with the bag open. And like I said, shake them every couple days, and depending on how many you've made, just that they're evenly getting the distribution of air flowing through to dry them out, and you'll know again once it's dried out perfectly for you to store them, put them in a container and store them away. Now another option is if you want to retain the color of your leaves, because you know, if you're pulling green, yellow, red leaves when they're fresh and you like that bright color, if you want to retain the color, hole punch them fresh as per usual and then store them in a jar in the fridge. It will retain the color for about just over a week-ish, and you know, if you don't use it by the time, just pull them out of the fridge and try drying them out with the other methods I had said earlier, and you can potentially store them away for longer term. This is a great activity to do with your kids, your family, your friends, or just something to do while you're watching Netflix, your favorite show, watching your favorite movie, and just killing two birds with one stone. Knowing that you are not polluting the planet with this confetti, because you know, if I was to use this and I use it outside, there's no cleanup. You don't have to go back and pick all that confetti up, although I feel like a lot of people don't do that anyways. If you're doing it outside, you just kind of throw it and walk away, and obviously you know it's leaves and it's gonna biodegrade on its own. So that's the plus to this DIY. I hope you guys found this interesting. I hope you guys learned something new, something fun you can add into your weekend. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know. Subscribe to my channel for more, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!